Hello YouTube. This is my first gen Honda Ridgeline. Here's the phone mount I started in my last video. Mounted securely to the dash. Oh, let me give you some light. Let me get me some light. I think it looks pretty good. Had to drill holes to get it there. Still not done. Still haven't decided where I want to run the wires. I have an idea, but not yet. But in today's video, we are going to replace these janky, busted ass power outlets with something better. So, yank the not ashtray out. It just comes out. You open it and you pull each corner off these little tabs. These rubber things might pop out. There's two here, one here, one here. These ones point out, and there's two more. Oop. These point up. If these pop out, put them in so that they point up. Then once that's out, there's one screw here. Take your flat bladed screwdriver and pull off the side panel here. You put the screwdriver in. There's little holes for the screwdriver to go in. There's little slots. You go in sort of, you can't see, this way, and then pry that way. 1, 2, 3 times. When all three are out, pull it towards the back seat of the car. Pull it towards the tailgate. Same thing on the right hand side of the car, but only two. There's maybe even one clip. It's a much shorter panel. Pull it out towards the right hand door, and when it's unclipped, pull the whole thing towards the tailgate. There's a screw under there. There's a screw under there. There's a screw right there. Once all three screws are out, you got to put your hands, this is tough, can't even see the phone, let alone the light. Grab where you just took the screws out from and push towards the tailgate. On mine, I found it easier to push on the top first, and the top of this panel popped out, and then getting the bottom panel out was much work. The reason for that is on the back side of this panel, the top clips, 1, 2, 3 are plastic, and the bottom clips, 1, that's better, 1, 2 are metal. These come out much harder than the top 3, so probably better to take the bottom 2 out first, because when the top ones are out, they start hanging up. It almost seems like it wants to hang up on this little tray-ish thing here. Once you got them out, the sockets come out fairly easily. You have to pry this pin outwards while pushing the metal towards the plastic. And once it's out enough that, I can't do this one-handed. Once it's out enough it stays in place, you have to pry this one out away. And this metal sleeve inside here will fall right out. You do, if it's tough to come out, what you got to do, if it gets halfway out and doesn't come out any further, you got to push the plastic piece in to this giant plastic piece, and then continue to push the metal piece out. So you push the plastic piece towards my camera, push the metal piece towards, away from the camera, while prying gently on this little clip here and this little clip here. Here's the hinge for the door, so the clips are on the side, both sides. Once that metal sleeve is out, you're left with just this plastic piece stuck in this nicely sized hole for what we're about to do. And the plastic piece, all you gotta do is push that little pin down and that little pin down. This one you don't even need a tool for, that'll just pop right out. These two little pins, I use my pocket knife on. I like using my pocket knife whenever I can, so I use them to pop that metal sleeve out, then pop those two pieces out. what we are left with is bare plastic with industry standard sized holes. That's very important, and we'll get back to it. And we are left with the connectors, these T-shaped, they're just blade, female blade connectors in there that hook this up. This slides right off. Again, no tool. Don't need a tool to get that off. What we're going to put in here instead, on this side, I'm putting in a voltmeter on this side. And on this side, I've got two USB 3s. I think that's 3. Yeah, two USB 3s and two USB-Cs all in the same plug, and they're backlit, and there's a little button to turn it on and off, but I think the button only turns it off. I think if you turn the key off and on again, it turns back on, so it doesn't really help. And what you'll see about both of these is that the male blade connectors are parallel. They're not in this T shape. You don't have to cut wires for this. You don't have to be afraid for this. I got my fancy dancy professional grade depinning tools. I got 12 different tools to choose from, and the one that works on these connectors is the flat blade screwdriver. So you do not need a tool for this that you probably don't already own. Flat blade screwdriver. You do need a voltometer. You do want to know which one of these is power and which one is ground, because you want to leave the power surrounded by the connector, and you want the ground. It's okay if ground touches something, you're not going to blow a fuse that way. But if the ground was in the connector and the power was exposed, and I touched the power up against this metal, you blow a fuse. So you want to leave the power alone. You want to know which one's which, and you want to depin the ground from this connector. And the way to do that, it's going to be hard to do one-handed with very little light. If I hold it such that it looks like an upside down T, on my car, I don't know if yours is the same. I don't even know if the upside down T is the same on yours. On my car, the black wire here on both of these is the ground. I've already tested this with my voltometer off camera. Black is ground, and the green with the yellow stripe is, or orange stripe, it's hard to see, it's LED, it's kind of a false color, is power. So I only want to depin the black wire. If I hold it so that it's an upside down T with the black wire on bottom, turn it around so it's facing away from me. Again, it's an upside down T with the black wire on bottom. The screwdriver blade goes at the very bottom between the metal connector and the plastic body. Oh, it's so hard to do this one-handed. See that? That will, if you push in firmly, will release the little clip that is holding that pin in place. And then what you want to do, just keep slight pressure on your screwdriver towards that pin and pull it out gently, ever so gently. You don't want to ever put any pressure on wires, but you're going to pull it out gently by that black wire. I need two hands to do this. Hold on one second. Easier said than done. Okay. So, the goal here is, as the pin comes out, you want it to push the tool out of that hole, because the tool is what is, come on, focus. The tool is what's releasing the plastic clip inside the connector, so they'll come out together. And then the pin will eventually come all the way out.